We shall know the truth, and the truth shall make us free. We shall know the truth. Well, here is the God's truth about January 6, 2021. Close your eyes. Go back to that day. What do you see? Rioters rampaging, waving for the first time inside this Capitol. Confederate flag that symbolized the cause to destroy America. What else do you see? A mob breaking windows, kicking in doors, breaching the Capitol. American flags on poles being used as weapons, as spears. Fire extinguishers being thrown at the heads of police officers. We saw with our own eyes. Rioters menaced these halls, threatening the life of the Speaker of the House, literally erecting gallows to hang the Vice President of the United States of America.
Can I speak to Pelosi? Yeah, we're coming. Oh, my kids, we're coming for you too, traitor.
They've got the gallows set outside this Capitol building. It's time to start using them.
Start making a list, put all those names down, and we start hunting them down one by one.
We had a disbursement of tear gas in the rotunda. Please be advised there are masks under your seats. Please grab a mask, place it in your lap, and be prepared to don your mask in the event that we get a breach.
When the order came to evacuate, I stayed behind for a while until two Republicans came up to me. One of them said, "You can't let them see you. I know these people. I can talk to these people. I can talk my way through these people."
I remember every moment vividly. I viscerally feel the pounding on the gallery doors.
It's too late for that.
I hear the shot ringing out. I replay how I made plans to use my gas mask and my cane, newly at my side from a 5-week-old knee replacement surgery, to fight back if attacked. And I remember not knowing if I would make it out of our seat of democracy alive or if our democracy itself would survive.
Well, guess what? America showed up!
I think Cruz would want us to do this.
Until, like many of you, with many of you, including luckily a former linebacker standing next to me, we had to contemplate actually defending the floor of the House of Representatives. And at that point, I thought about what it meant. Was I willing to die for my country? Was I willing to die to make sure democracy continues? And at that time, around this time last year, I said yes. Yes, I would.
There's a million of us out there, and we are listening to Trump.
What the extremists who roamed these halls targeted was not only the lives of elected leaders. What they sought to degrade and destroy was not only a building, hallowed as it is. What they were assaulting were the institutions, the values, the ideals that generations of Americans have marched, picketed, and shed blood to establish and defend.
Here are the most incriminating moments from all of the January 6th hearings. Day 1, Trump's wide-ranging efforts to overturn a valid election led to the January 6th insurrection.
January 6th was the culmination of an attempted coup.
I was slipping in people's blood. It was carnage. It was chaos.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength and you have to be strong.
Day 2, Donald Trump denies the truth about the election results.
There were suggestions by, I believe it was Mayor Giuliani, to go and declare victory.
It was far too early to be making any calls like that.
Day 3, Trump pressures Pence not to certify the valid election.
When Mike Pence made it clear that he wouldn't give in to Donald Trump's scheme, Donald Trump turned the mob on him.
Bring out Pence! Bring out! Mike Pence has betrayed this president and he has betrayed the people of the United States and we will never, ever forget!
Day 4, Trump pressures state election officials and workers to break the law.
Do you know how it feels to have the President of the United States to target you? There is nowhere I feel safe. Nowhere.
Mr. President, stop inspiring people to commit potential acts of violence. Someone's going to get hurt, someone's going to get shot, someone's going to get killed.
A lot of threats, wishing death upon me. This turned my life upside down.
Day 5, Trump pressures the Department of Justice to overturn the election.
Mr. Rosen, the president asked you to seize voting machines from state governments. What was your response to that request?
We had seen nothing improper with regard to the voting machines.
He responded very quickly and said, what I'm just asking you to do is just say it was corrupt and leave the rest to me and the Republican congressman.
Day 6, Trump knew the mob was armed and dangerous.
I overheard the president say something to the effect of, I don't effing care that they have weapons. They're not here to hurt me. Let my people in, take the effing mags away.
As an American, I was disgusted. It was unpatriotic. It was un-American. We were watching the Capitol building get defaced over a lie.
Day 7, Trump sends a rallying cry to far-right extremist groups to march on Washington.
Donald Trump summoned a mob to Washington, D.C., and ultimately spurred that mob to wage a violent attack on our democracy.
Now Donald Trump is calling on his supporters to descend on Washington, D.C.
Millions of Americans moving to Washington, occupying the entire area, if necessary, storming right into the Capitol.
You better understand something, son. You better understand something. Red wave, bitch. Red wave. This is going to be a red wedding.
There's a fucking million of us out there, and we are listening to Trump. You're the boss.
If a president that's willing to try to encourage, to whip up a civil war amongst his followers using lies and deceit and snake oil, and regardless of the human impact, what else is he going to do?
Day 8, Trump relished the attack on the Capitol, waiting over 3 long hours to call off his mob.
Within 15 minutes of leaving the stage, President Trump knew that the Capitol was besieged and under attack.
We have a breach of the Capitol! Breach of the Capitol!
He put a target on his own vice president's back and placed all the blame on him for not stopping the certification. More than 3 hours after he stopped speaking to a mob that he had sent armed to the Capitol. That's when he tweeted a video telling the rioters to go home.
President Trump did not fail to act. He chose not to act.
He refused to defend our nation and our Constitution. Tonight, I say this to my Republican colleagues who are defending the indefensible. There will come a day when Donald Trump is gone, but your dishonor will remain.
Trump and his MAGA allies lost a valid election and resorted to violence. They did it once, they can do it again, and they must be held accountable.
And if you put me back in the White House, their reign is over. In 2016, I declared, I am your voice. Today, I add, I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution. Not gonna let me. I will totally obliterate the deep state. I will fire the unelected bureaucrats and shadow forces who have weaponized our justice system like it has never been weaponized before. It's sick. These are sick people.
Do you feel highly confident that when you go back and as a senior member of this administration, President Trump's administration, starting in the afternoon of the 20th of January of 2025, do you feel confident that you will be able to deliver the goods, that we can have serious prosecutions and accountability? This is just not rhetoric. The deep state, the administrative state, the fourth branch of government never mentioned in the Constitution, is going to be taken apart brick by brick. And the people that did these evil deeds will be held accountable and prosecuted, criminal prosecutions. Cash, I know you're probably going to be head of the CIA, but do you believe that you can deliver the goods on this in a pretty short order the first couple of months so we can get rolling on prosecutions?
Yes, we got the bench for it, Bannon, and you know those guys. I'm not going to go out there and say their names right now so the radical left-wing media can terrorize them. But, excuse me, the one thing we learned in the Trump administration the first go-around is we got to put in all-America patriots top to bottom. And we got them for law enforcement. We got them for intel collection. We got them for offensive operations. We got them for DOD, CIA, everywhere. We will go out and find the conspirators, not just in government, but in the media. Yes, we're going to come after the people in the media who lied about American citizens, who helped Joe Biden rig presidential elections. We're going to come after you. Whether it's criminally or civilly, we'll figure that out. But yeah, we're putting you all on notice. And Steve, this is why they hate us. This is why we're tyrannical. This is why we're dictators.
I want to be very, very clear on this. To be clear, do you in any way have any plans whatsoever, if reelected president, to abuse power, to break the law, to use the government to go after people?
You mean like they're using right now?
Under no circumstances, you are promising America tonight, you would never abuse power as retribution against anybody.
Except for day one.
Except
Look,
what?
he's going crazy. Except for day one.
Meaning?
I want to close the border and I want to drill.
That's not retribution.
I'm gonna be, you know, he keeps, we love this guy. He says, you're not gonna be a dictator, are you? I said, no, other than day one.